Hello and welcome again to another edition of Pass the Controller. Today we have a bit of a smaller group with us today. We have Len and Tony. I am your host I am Kyle as your host as per usual. Because we have a smaller group today, we're just going to be basically having more of a free-for-all in terms of the topics tonight, but it gives us some more time to talk about the stuff and get some better points across. So, without further ado, let's get to our first topic of tonight. The Final Fantasy VII release on the PlayStation 4. Rather than creating a high-def version of the game or remodeling it in any way, they decided to port the PC version to the PS4. Rather than, say, let the PlayStation 3 version carry over. And in addition to that, as I mentioned, there's still no remake. Len, you want to start us off?
I mean, really wants a remake. We really want a remake.
Yes.
I mean, listen. I remember this game like vividly, but there's other games now. I'm afraid if you go back and you remake it, everyone's just going to be complaining that it's not the same. And you just should like it for what it was. I mean, I'm going to go back and play the Super Nintendo Final Fantasies just the same. And just to put a new skin on top of it, I mean, some of the charm was those cheesy characters, like the character models, and the CGI cutscenes were better. It was just I don't want to see it remade. I think they should just make a new game. I can I can still play the other one on my PS1.
Yeah, I agree with that. It's like if you're gonna remake it, you need to upgrade it. You need to make it prettier. You need to at least upgrade the graphics or something, or at least fix the bugs that came about. Like what the Steam version did, supposedly it helped. Oh, what's the word?
It fixed all those graphical hiccups.
Yes,
it had a better localization. The translation was better.
Yes,
you could remap controls. It had better music. There was achievements in there. Like it was the PC port is like by far the best version of that game, and that's what we're getting in this PS4 re-release. But I mean, why the hell would you use a valuable time in the PlayStation experience to talk about a re-release of something that came out 3 or 4 different times now? Like, it doesn't make any sense. Like, why would you just troll the hell out of the audience? Because that's what all that was. It was a giant troll. Like, don't kid yourself. Like, that's a massive, massive troll. They know what they're doing. That Square Enix isn't dumb. I mean, they make some dumb design choices. I mean, Final Fantasy 13 is a perfect example of just terrible design choices. But they're not stupid. Like, they knew what reaction they were going to get from this, and they chose to do it anyways. So I think there's 2 things that could come from this. It either's like they're planning a reverse troll where like maybe at E3 they're gonna like, hey, remember we said we're just gonna re-release Final Fantasy for like the PC version? Well, bullshit. It was like we have this instead. Or they really are just out of ideas, you know? Like, they've said in the past they would take way too many resources to, like, relaunch this game and give it that HD. Yeah, they said it's too...
They freaking did a re-release of Final Fantasy X. They re-released almost all the original ones.
But that was just a reskin version of it. I mean,
but it's still a re-release, and it's upgraded.
And they added in more stuff too. Like, there's more things packed into those games. Like, you know, when Final Fantasy IV came out for the 3DS, like, there's more shit in that game. You know, like, they changed some things around. Like, it doesn't.
Yeah,
but I really like that game.
But regardless, let's just take this for what's worth from the business standpoint. Square Enix cannot be doing well financially right now. What was their last like major hit? Like 14 is selling well, and that's got to be giving them good money.
And that's printing money for them.
Okay, but that can't be like their best revenue stream. I know that Tomb Raider got really good critical reviews, but did it really sell that well?
The remake of the Tomb Raider or the newest one?
Remake, the Tomb Raider,
okay,
not Guardian of the Light or whatever that like top-down shooter is.
It actually looks kind of interesting.
Looks interesting. Got great reviews, but again, like it's not gonna make it. Oh, what? Go ahead.
You have to try it.
Which one?
The Osiris one, the top down shooter.
I haven't tried that.
Oh,
That actually looked awesome.
Yeah,
I
but
love
like
the
they both. I think it's called like Guardian of the Light or something like that. The
Yeah.
one I think it was PS3. It was a 2-player game, and then the newest one, the Osiris one you're talking about,
Yeah.
that just came out for PS4, and it's a 4-player like gauntlet type.
Yeah, and
game
4 player at the
almost.
same time. You don't.
Yeah.
That's,
Local and
that is
online.
beautiful.
Yeah,
That
awesome.
is beautiful.
So great. That's awesome. But like a Final Fantasy VII re-release, like I would buy that in a heartbeat. I know thousands and millions of people will do the exact same thing. So like, why not do it? Where is
why bother remaking it when every time
because
you release it?
Because they can
almost
make
no
a ton of money. Because they can make a ton of money. That's at the end of the day, that's what you're supposed to be doing. I mean, look at Ubisoft. They have milked Assassin's Creed dry because they know it's going to make them money. I mean, we all know that Unity came out a buggy fucking mess. I guarantee they turned a profit on that. Guaranteed they turned a profit.
But they're going to turn a profit on a re-release regardless. They don't have to remake it. You don't even have to waste the time.
I don't necessarily believe that.
Game
okay, but think about this, though. Think about this. So the way that the consoles have grown over the years, right? So Final Fantasy VII at first was only on a disc. You could only have a disc. So if you didn't have that disc, you're fucked. I know they printed like 1 billion of them, so it never was an issue to get one. But still, that was the issue. Once you get to PS3, oh my god, you could have it digitally on your console. You could have it everywhere with you. You could re-download it, let's say if the file goes corrupt, or your PlayStation 3 blows up, like whatever it is, you can always get that back. That's not a novel mechanic anymore. You know, like
PlayStation blowing up?
No, but like having a digital version of your game, that's what I'm saying. Like that's not novel. That's why I re-downloaded it for the PlayStation 3. What is this PlayStation 4 version offering me other than what I could get from a PC port, which really at the end of the day will not affect me buying that game or not. Like a better translation, I really don't care. Yeah, like I know the story as convoluted as it is. Like I don't need a better translation. That's not going to get me to buy that game. So what's the incentive of putting it on PS4? Why?
People just trade their machine in when they buy the new model. So you can't play the older version, so you can only play this one.
I don't know if that's necessarily true, but like I don't have any numbers to support either of our arguments. But like, regardless, like I think it's stupid. I think it's really, really stupid.
It stinks.
And in all honesty, like crazy conspiracy theory. I really think that Square didn't even want to like do this or announce this in this fashion, but I bet something happened. Exactly. I bet something happened where like Final Fantasy 15, like their build completely took a dump, so they couldn't show it. So they couldn't show it at the or like something like really terrible happened. There's like a crazy bug that nobody caught that like makes like their faces melt off or something. Like I don't know what it like. I have no idea what it could be, but like they couldn't show it at PlayStation Experience, so they stitched together this crappy thing that they were planning on doing like on the lowdown, you know. But yeah, like I think it's retarded. It's stupid.
But I mean, look, think about this. Like, I want to use a different. So on Bethesda's like Instagram or blog posts, etc. Every time they post something, it doesn't matter what game it is. And I was following The Evil Within for a while, and every single time they would post a screenshot, there'd be like 40 people who would post, "We want Fallout 4." I'm like, like it'll come, relax. And every time you Square posts anything about any of their new stuff, all you can hear are people crying about Final Fantasy VII remakes.
Yeah. So give the people what they want.
Just to shut
them. They don't have to. They can just re-release the same game and people will buy it.
I cannot wait to see what the sales figures for that game is, because like, so the big thing that I'm trying to like convince other people of, and that I'm trying to live by, is like I'm voting with my dollars. The only way that we are going to make an impact in this industry, because I like the way the industry is going right now, I think it doesn't look very good for like our future, you know, 10 years, 15 years down the line. I don't think it doesn't look good for us. So I'm really trying to convince people, vote with your dollars. So like, let's just go back to Assassin's Creed Unity for an instant. I'm not going to buy that game because Ubisoft is dumb enough to release a game that's clearly fucking broken. Same with Halo. The Halo Anniversary Collection
the multiplayer is still messed up.
Still messed up. It's been 3 weeks.
And it's Halo. It's not that like the Xbox One doesn't know how to make multiplayer.
It's 343 Industries. Like they released a game that clearly wasn't ready, that Microsoft was pushing to get out this holiday season to move their consoles. Like what happened. Exactly. And that's not cool. Like that's not cool with me. Like I am not buying a game from a company that's going to release broken ass shit. Like I'm not going to do it. So that's the point. Is that like just don't release something and then people are just going to buy it just because. No, buy something because you believe in their product and you like what they're doing. Like, I used to be that type of fanboy for Square Enix. Like, I would buy everything that came out. No, fuck that. Like, I'm an adult now. I know how business works. Like, you need to send a message by not buying something to show them that you need to earn my money. Like there's enough developers out there that are making good games. Like it's not a free pass anymore. Sorry.
No, it's not. I completely agree with that. All right. Well, let's move on to our next topic tonight. Street Fighter V.
Oh, baby.
It has been released. There have been a few trailers out for it, but probably one of the biggest things that I've seen so far. It's only on the PC or the PS4. Is this a huge blow to Microsoft, or is it something dumb on the part of Capcom? What do you guys think? Tony, we'll start with you this time.
Huge blow to Microsoft. I mean, I might be biased because I'm like a really huge fighting game fan and like a big part of the community. But it's a huge blow to Microsoft. Think about how the 360 positioned itself in like the previous console war. They were that system that everybody had that played all the third-party games on it already.
Sports.
Yep. Yeah, like all that stuff. Now, already we're seeing PlayStation 4 kind of be that system. Think about with this kind of exclusive, how is that going to affect it? I mean, we've already seen a Halo game launch that's like a big exclusive for Xbox. Yep. That took a dump. They have Sunset Overdrive. That's a really cool game. It got good reviews, and like I want to play that game. But is that going to be a series? Like, is that going to be something that I'm going to want to follow through? 5-6 games? Like, no, not really. What else does Microsoft have? I mean, they have Forza, which, granted, is the only racing game that came out this year that actually worked. I mean, Drive Club and The Crew and all that other shit was broken this year. But anyways, it's a huge deal. The fighting game community is getting bigger and bigger. I mean, Capcom Cup was yesterday, 2 days ago it completed, and it had hundreds of thousands of viewers. Capcom already committed to doing it again next year, upping the pool to $500,000.
Yeah.
So it's huge. It's absolutely mammoth.
It's crazy, man.
It's totally crazy. But in all honesty, when you said, is it a bad move for Capcom, this is the only move Capcom had, because I've heard some preliminary reports saying that the only reason this game was made was because Sony was giving them that extra money to be exclusive to get the game done. Because Capcom's in a bad way. I mean, they have Street Fighter, and what else? They have nothing.
Yeah, they just sold Mega Man.
Oh, they did?
Yeah. Mega Man's gone.
Yeah,
really?
They don't own them anymore.
Who owns them now?
There's another game. It's coming out for the PS4. But it's like a Mega Man reboot.
Oh! So he got it. So he got the rights back. Did he get?
Capcom doesn't own it anymore.
No, I meant. Who the hell created it?
Yeah, I don't exactly.
Was it the creator that got it back, or?
I don't know.
Probably not. He's making his own game.
Yeah,
he's making Mighty 9.
Mighty Hero 9.
But
which is Mega Man.
Which is basically Mega Man. Exactly.
It's a Mega Man with like another mechanic strapped on top of it. But like,
get it.
that would be fucking super smart for them. But
Nintendo Smash.
Nintendo's super dumb. They're dumb people. But they make really poor business decisions.
Yeah, I mean,
But the game's fantastic. Otherwise.
Oh, absolutely. But like, Capcom doesn't have any like money makers. So, like, this is their last shot, like, when was the last good Resident Evil game? Like, legitimately good Resident Evil game.
Okay.
I mean, 4 was amazing. 5 I enjoyed, but I wouldn't say it was great. 6 6 was a joke.
Which is a shame because it was the one that brought every freaking major character back.
Right? I mean,
how do you screw this up?
How do you fumble that one?
It is the Mark Sanchez butt fumble of video games.
Absolutely. So, yeah, this is one of those points where I think it is a tipping point in the Sony's favor. I think this is going to be a really big deal. In all honesty, like, I don't know if you guys watched the real-time footage from the Capcom Cup over the weekend. They had 2 players. They had Combo Fiend and Mike Ross.
I missed that one, unfortunately.
Yeah, they played an actual game of it. So
nice.
they just Chun-Li versus
Ryu,
yeah. And then they announced the newest character.
So that was a trailer.
No, but like there was a trailer, but then they had a live gameplay demo too.
Okay.
Yeah. And it looks fucking sick. And then they announced the first.
It looks like Street Fighter 4. It looks like Street Fighter 4, but a little prettier.
It's more detailed.
As long as it's more fluid, because I wasn't a fan of Street Fighter 4.
Street Fighter 4 is just really like it's like a chess match, you know. Like it moves kind of slow.
It was methodic,
right? It moves kind of slow.
But wasn't that the thing that people complained about Smash Brothers Brawl? It was too slow.
No, there's a lot more wrong with Brawl than just that. No, I had nothing.
It's a different game anyway.
We could talk on that for hours. But
hey, I love Brawl.
Yeah, you're a crazy person. You are a crazy man.
Never denied that.
But they announced the first new character for it too, and I'm super jacked because it's Charlie. And
I was very happy about that.
I fucking love Charlie. I used to use Charlie in Marvel's Capcom 2.
Me too.
He was garbage, and he's a garbage character. I'd still use it because I love him.
Yeah, Charlie was my favorite character in the Street Fighter series. Charlie and Ken, because they're both blonde, and Dan.
Those white blonde guys.
And Dan, because he's awesome.
Yeah,
Dan is amazing. But yeah, your thoughts, Len?
I mean, it can't think about the what's the baseball show.
Yeah.
They went PlayStation exclusive, and they don't seem to be hurting. There's actually no other game that anyone buys. Baseball buys.
Actually, well, it's because it pretty much put Major League Baseball pretty much out of business.
Yeah. So
because it was a much better designed game.
The show's a great game.
Yes, it is.
Exactly. It's the greatest baseball game I've ever played, hands down. Next to 1992 MLB on Nintendo.
All-Star Baseball.
Yeah, there you go.
That's a great RBI Baseball is my jam.
Yeah.
Or Mutant League Baseball or whatever or something like that.
Right.
That was.
I like Mutant League Hockey. That was awesome.
Yeah, I just remember the baseball one. You beam the guy, and then you had like a little ambulance robot come on the field and whisk him away.
But like, if you're Capcom, you already know that sort of work for the show, and those kind of exclusives work just fine. And then you got the Xbox sales they're clearly hurting. Every time I see a commercial, the price is lower.
Well, supposedly they actually did very good this holiday season, but that was because of the price cut.
Yeah. So,
but think what's going to hit their bottom line is that they had to cut their prices dramatically. So how is that going to affect them? $100. They've cut it a bunch, man. Like take a look at some of those bundles. Look at some of the prices.
The bundles, yeah.
They're throwing in these AAA games too. Like that's hurting their bottom line. So look at the 3 or 4 year or 5 year effect of that. Like they lost a lot of money there. Is that going to affect their development costs on the line? And again, new CEO at Microsoft. You know, like he was not hesitant to cut out the TV division that was working on all that exclusive content for the Xbox One.
That was probably their thing one of the things that they focused on the most.
Well, it was media and video games.
Yeah. Right. That was something that they're hanging their head on for the Xbox One. Yeah. So
and then they got rid of it.
Yeah, new CEO comes in, cuts that. If Xbox One is not making that company money, the Xbox is not what's making Microsoft the lion's share of their money. It's their operating system. It's their programs.
Really? No way.
The Surface.
No, it's their hardware. It's their operating system. I mean, regardless of what you say about Windows 8, Windows 8 sucks. But tell me how many businesses are on Mac or Linux? Like look at the like there's everybody's on Windows because not because it's the one that makes the most sense. It's that's what they used in the past and they just continue using that stuff.
It's actually probably the easiest to use. I mean,
it's arguably the best for like crunching numbers and stuff like that. Where the other one says Mac's good for the other stuff, like for artistic stuff. But like, there's a lot more number crunching businesses out there than there are artistic businesses out there.
Everyone uses Microsoft Office.
Yeah, so that's what's going to make them the most money.
Exactly.
So if Xbox is not making them money anymore, I can see them doing away with that. I can't not like in the next 2 or 3 years. But let's say by the next console generation, like if they're not doing good, I can see them gone. I could totally see them gone.
Yeah.
I could totally see that.
So you think they're the next Sega?
I don't know, but Sega had nothing else going for it. Whereas Microsoft, they could always pour more money into it. But I really feel like businesses nowadays are starting to get more flexible. Like they need to be more agile. And if they have something weighing them down that's not making them money, that money can be repurposed for something else.
Just cut it.
Yeah, I mean, I could totally see it happening. Like, it's probably a very, very big long shot, but I could see it happening.
Gotcha. Makes sense.
I mean, I have no interest. I've not bought a Microsoft console. I have no interest in buying another one. Like, there's nothing on that console that is exclusive that makes me want to buy it.
Yeah. Guess what? The only fighting game left is Killer Instinct.
Yeah. Exactly, and that game does look cool. I kind of want to play it.
I
kind of want to play that game.
I played it at demo booths. It's decent. It's a decent fighter.
And they just announced like the Raptor too, and I'm like, oh man, I remember that
Raptor back.
Oh, yeah, man, I remember playing with that character back in the day. Like, I want to try that shit.
Are they bringing back Cinder?
Yes, I think so. Actually, he might be in it already.
Yeah. I don't know. I haven't seen him much. All I know is that they keep hyping Jago.
Yeah, I mean, who cares?
Jago and Boob Orchid or whatever.
That roster is not big enough. Like
to
be a fighting game proper, it's not big enough.
And it's a shame. It's like all fighting games now. It's like every fighting game needs a large roster. You
need like 12 or more characters for it to be legitimate anyway.
Yeah, just so you have some variety in tournaments, even.
Right. I mean, you got to have a tier. Like the tier is going to show up regardless.
Yeah.
And it's a lot harder to make a tier when there's only like 8 characters to choose from.
When it's like everyone's in the same tier.
Yeah, basically.
But then again, I think it would be better to have all the characters in the same tier.
Tiers will always show up because people gravitate towards certain characters more than others until some sort of mechanic is figured out. Like, yeah, if you look at there's an infographic floating around about melee character uses over the years, and you'll see the trends where like Fox is always trending higher, like he's the best character by far. But there's a spike in Ice Climbers because people figure out how to use them independently and do crazy ass shit with it. So they were like the best character in the game for like 2 years, and then everyone figured out how to combat that, the hard counter for them, and then all of a sudden, nope, they're gone again.
Yeah, same thing with Little Mac. He spiked really, really high, and then people realized he kills himself half the time if you just know how to dodge.
Exactly.
And it's like, yeah, he's still pretty popular to use because he's a fucking Little Mac, but
right. But I mean, like
the amiibo for him.
and if you look at Street Fighter as well, I mean, Ken's always, or not Ken, like Ryu's usually like a high tier. Like you'll see like these tier lists develop, and then doesn't matter. A Rose won Evo this year. I mean, like where the fuck? Like who was the last? When was the last time you saw? Yeah, when was the last time you saw Rose in any sort of competitive? Anything. The guy
you learn how to master him.
You learn how to. It's not about the character; it's about the player.
But some characters are easier to master than others,
and they have more tools there. Yeah. But if you want to be like a fighting game master, you can choose whoever you want and make it work. I saw a match where I can't remember the player's name, but a guy playing Yoshi defeated Mewtwo King, who was like the second or third best player in the world at Smash Brothers. Guy played Yoshi. Like that's and not in a game, in a set. He won a set against Mewtwo King Yoshi. That's incredible. It's incredible, and it's just a testament to the actual player, not the character.
Yeah, that's true. But then again, I'm only good with Luigi. Luigi and Ness. That's about it, and I can't wait for Mewtwo. Can't wait.
I know that's going to be cool.
Yes. All right. Well, let's move on to the next topic now. Amiibos. Better collect the ones you want because they are discontinuing a bunch of them. Like Marth, Villager, and Wii Fit Trainer have all been discontinued by Nintendo.
Wait, what were those again?
Marth, Villager, and Wii Fit Trainer. 3 Amiibos that have been discontinued. And it's like at the store near me, they never even got a Marth in because no one pre-ordered them.
Wait, are these things like
it's the little Amiibos.
You put them on the Wii pad and do stuff?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, they're nice little figures. Here, let me grab one. Yeah, I have a couple of them. And I'm waiting for.
I can't see your video. I have no idea why.
Oh,
so I won't be able to see.
I've already seen them, so don't worry about it.
Never mind then.
I mean,
they're like little figurines by Nintendo that you can use in a bunch of games. Specifically, they're made for Smash Brothers because it allows you to essentially level up a computer character to fight like you. So if you get it trained up really well and teach it how to do certain things, they can be pretty damn good. Like if you teach it how to Meteor Smash, it'll Meteor Smash you.
Like on its own?
Yeah. And the funny thing is, someone who put an amiibo in the tournament in a Smash Brothers tournament came in third without playing the game.
Oh wait, so they're like bots?
Yeah. They're pretty much bots.
Okay.
Interesting. But yeah, they are discontinuing 3 of the characters. Think that's a smart move by Nintendo?
Yeah, it could increase demand. What's the numbers like?
It's already increased demand on eBay. They're going for $60 at least.
There you go.
But Nintendo's not getting that money.
Yeah.
The sellers are getting that money, so it's not like Nintendo's not making the money off of that. It makes sense to me to cancel those 3 characters because where else are you going to see those characters other than Smash Brothers? You'll see Mario, you'll see. No, but Villager is in Mario Kart now. You're right.
Yeah, Villager's in Mario Kart, and Animal Crossing's a really popular series. In the US.
But have they announced a Animal Crossing for the Wii U yet?
I don't think so.
I don't think so.
But the thing is, it's really popular on the 3DS.
But you use your amiibo with the 3DS.
I think with the new one you might be able to. I'm not sure yet.
I don't remember hearing anything about that. But just this whole thing altogether, what is Nintendo's plan for these things? They just rushed them to market and had no real idea of how to use them in all of their games. If you're gonna make me buy these characters, what is the advantage for me? Do I get an exclusive something in Mario Kart?
Yes.
When I put it on there let's say Mario Party, do I get to use that character in the game?
You probably will be able to in future games. They're probably going to add some compatibility. So it's like Hyrule Warriors. You can get I think a few special costumes. In Mario Kart, you gain special outfits, and Smash Brothers, you have the amiibo bots, and you can basically train it.
It's not worth it. It doesn't make any sense.
I'll tell you, it's Skylanders.
Yeah, which
not
is
even,
totally but that's a children's game.
Skylanders are really popular.
But it's not even that. It's not even that because in Skylanders you go on, you want to collect all the figurines because you bring them into the game and you play with them. You don't really do that in any of the other games. I mean, you can bring them into Smash Bros. And fight against them. So what? I don't think that's the real draw of that game. At least in my opinion. It's not the real draw.
Oh, yeah. The real draw of Smash Bros. Is beating the hell out of your friends.
Right. I want to go online and play people. I don't want to play this.
And I want them to fix the online first. Make it less laggy. Right. But, yeah.
That's every fighting game in the world, though,
Yeah.
It's never...
like Mario Kart, you don't need, the Twitch... You don't need the Twitch reaction speed because it's just simply recorded, and you would eventually get hit by the stuff anyway. Smash Brothers, you need that timing, and while yes, they do peer to peer, it's still, well, for me personally, it's laggy, which I'm really surprised about, considering my connection's usually really good in most games. But, yeah, well. But yeah, so it's, yeah, so, honestly, in my opinion, I think it was kind of stupid for them to discontinue these 3. At least they should have made a second run with them.
Yeah.
It's like,
I wonder if
because of the holiday season, they should have made a second and third run and then cut it off after the holidays. That would be fine with me.
I wonder if unit cost was getting to them. You know, like how much does it cost?
$13 a piece.
But how much is it costing them to make it? Like, what is their margin on each unit sold? Well, if something's not selling and they're not making enough money off of it, and it's just sitting on the shelf, like it's not making them any money.
Well, they're still shipping out the other characters. They're still shipping out Mario, Link, Peach, Kirby, Pikachu, Star Fox.
Maybe those ones are selling.
Double Armed Samus.
Yeah, exactly. I wanted one of those things so bad. That'd be awesome. Yeah, I don't want to spend $30,000 on it though.
It's like that. That is an error that would have been That's an error that worked out to their advantage. Bank error plays out in your favor. To
an independent seller like Nintendo's not making $30,000 off that. Some chum who discovered that made $30,000 off that. You know, they still only make that unit cost, like what they get for each individual unit. Like, I don't know. They must have something supporting this that's making them think it's a good decision. I don't know. I think the whole decision to do amiibos in the first place was stupid. Just in general. But they look really cool. I bought one for a buddy of mine. I bought a little Kirby. They're really well made. They're pretty sweet. But I'm not going to spend $13 just for like a cool figurine to put on my desk. Like, the only reason I have this guy is because I got it for free.
Yeah, I basically only picked up the ones of the characters that I use. Like I picked up Zelda, picked up Mario because, and I picked up Zelda and Link and Little Mac. Otherwise, I don't. And I'm picking up Luigi. That's it. And if they ever come out with a NES one, that would be great. But yeah, so all right. Well, let's move on to the next one.
I actually gotta go.
Okay.
It's past my bedtime.
All right. Well, all right. In that case, we'll just skip to the last topic then.
Oh man.
Yeah. The last topic for tonight is one of our famous versus topics: pro gaming team sponsorships. There is now a team named after a porn site.
YouPorn.
Yep. So, in your guys' opinions, which gaming team names do you expect to see someday now that the seal has been broken?
I have a bunch written down. Do you want to just read them off?
You wrote a bunch down.
I wrote a bunch. I was just like, this is way too fun of a topic. Yeah. Let's see. Trader Joe's, Nike, Newegg, Petco, GM, Apple, whatever company comes up with the ShamWow, KFC, Groupon, Miramax.
Like Blammo?
Yeah, maybe.
The Kaboom Explosives.
I really think Jerry Jones is going to buy one of these teams.
It's the Dallas Cowboys.
It's the Jerry Jones Romos.
And then I really think that dude who made Flappy Bird, he's going to buy one of these esports teams.
It's the Mojang Creepers.
Yeah, there you go.
Yeah, you got any, Len?
I mean, I was hoping I could see a Vagisil one. just
Preparation H.
Yeah.
Esports team.
Go H's.
No, probably. Oh, I don't know about Facebook. But,
they will feel good on the whole.
I mean, Facebook bought Oculus, so we can pretty much say goodbye to that thing.
Oh yeah.
So
I think
I'm sure they'll try to get in on
the
that
Oculus
too.
Rifters.
I think that's a good idea. I thought Facebook buying that was really smart.
Why? What are they going to use it for?
It's not about what they're going to use it for. It's that they have more money than God, and they want to push forward technology. Like they think that that's going to be the next big thing, and I think it's going to be huge too. I mean, not like right away, but like another 10 years, like that's going to be like everything. So they're hitching their wagon to it. I mean, like
that's true.
Just because they own it doesn't mean they have to take it over. I mean, has Facebook ever done that before? I mean, there really hasn't been a precedent set for it. I think that Zuckerberg is a lot smarter and more visionary than people give him credit.
He's good. He's still an asshole. but
Well, so is Steve Jobs, and everybody
I know.
sucks his
I've
dick.
never.
Like,
No, he's the worst.
Everybody loves Steve Jobs. Like, the mass populace thinks Steve Jobs was the best. That guy was a total tool bag. Total.
That's because he made people think that he was awesome.
He had a cult.
Yeah. Sure, but he was super smart. I mean, nobody could ever take that away from him.
He was a marketing genius. That's it.
Absolutely. And genius is a genius is a genius. You know, the guy was super smart. Total dick. I mean, Zuckerberg, yeah, people think he's a total dick, but he's really fucking smart. I mean, I think the exception to the rule is Bill Gates because he's like such a philanthropist.
He was a bit of a dick too.
Honestly,
it's not until like recently.
You're never gonna meet somebody that's that successful and that's not a dick. You have to do that. You have to do that to ascend to those heights. You have to step on people. You have to make hard choices and be a bit of an asshole to ascend to those heights. So you know
Here's
what?
Here's the thing: Would you rather see the Oculus being used for video games, or what Facebook is probably going to use it for?
It's going to be used.
Develop it the way they're going to use it. It's going to be the metaverse from Snow Crash.
Okay, but what have you seen that's going to make you think that right now? The only stuff I've seen on Oculus are video games. That's all I've seen. I haven't seen a Facebook app on Oculus yet.
I saw Spirited Away.
Ooh, really?
Yeah.
That's
on the Oculus?
Sweet.
Yeah, it was the washroom where he's got the little tabs.
You're right. I have seen that. Yeah.
That was the first demo they ever had. You could just sit in there and look around.
That's pretty cool.
Yeah, that's an awesome thing, and that's amazing.
Oh, you just picture that in a bunch of other movies. Imagine being able to look around in Die Hard.
Imagine looking around in Blade Runner. Imagine looking around
in the next Friday the 13th movie.
Imagine looking around Star Wars. Imagine looking around. Fucking. I got knocked up. I got nothing.
It doesn't matter. What I don't want
to go full circle.
Is some weird virtual, social networking site.
It's gonna happen. It's gonna happen. Like, so I work in market research right now, and we're even talking about in very, very preliminary stages now. How do we utilize this technology for us as a business? You know, these type of things are gonna they permeate through everything. I mean,
I gave you a few ideas.
Did you think that a couple of years ago we'd be talking about how we can utilize cell phones to gather information on customer buying trends? Like, these are things that happen these things happen every day now. Like, when a technology becomes popular and it has a lot of potential for interesting things, people are going to utilize it in a million different ways beyond what their creator intended. It's just going to happen. It's going to happen. So you just have to accept it.
The iPhone has a feature to record your voice and send it to someone.
Yes, it can. Well, that's like a voicemail.
We haven't. No. You can send a text message. Why are you going to record your voice?
Oh.
Can't you just call them on the phone like it was originally intended?
It's a vocal tweet.
That's ridiculous.
Send your vines to people.
That's the dumbest thing.
Yeah.
But it's the dumbest thing.
Yep. Well, so let's go full circle then. Oculus Rift on porn.
Again,
can't wait.
The same thing I said with HD porn.
All right.
That might be too much.
Oh God. Well, thank you both very much for coming by tonight. Sorry we couldn't get the full group for the contest version of the show. Hope all the viewers that tuned in enjoyed the show tonight. And for Len and Tony, I am Kyle. Have a great night.
Peace.